What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. You know what I'm saying? Post All-Star break, man. We're trying to get some cash. I'm happy to be back with you guys, man. Had a little vacation time there, some time off. We cashed the college basketball play. Everything's good, right? Let's get some cash. Tell you, Ronald, what's up with you, my brother? We have our guy, Capper here, Ronald Cabang from Sports Memo. Let him know about yourself, my brother.
Yeah, man. Obviously we had that All-Star break. I was playing some college basketball during that time. Combined 17-7-1 is my streak right now with NBA and college basketball. So I'm kind of getting my stride right now and hoping to kill the second half in the NBA.
Yes, sir, man. We will we will cash. We will kill it. We will run up some bands as well, Ronald. I'm ready, man. As you guys know, it's always straight to business here. I want to shout out to the chat, man. Everybody in the chat, everybody out there. I'd like to call out your names, man, but it's so many people in there. Akbar, Michigan, Eric, Devon, Brandon, every single person in the chat, man. Especially the people that was here. The first ones here, man. DC. We got All Truth in there. Isaiah Moore. Friday, SportX Insights, everybody in the chat, man. I want to reiterate that you guys make the show. So I appreciate you for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and share the show if you can, man. If you don't mind, we've been cashing all season. We're just trying to get as many people in here as get 1,000 people watching live on a daily, man. But NBA's back. Let's get some cash, man. It's all business, Ronald. First game up, man. We're going to the streets of Detroit, Ronald. We got the Pistons here getting 6 points for from the Cavs. This line was up to like 8.5. And then we got the news that Garland was going to be out, and not only him, LeVert as well. So you do have a revenge spot. Obviously, the Cavs had just lost to the Pistons not too long ago, but it's going to hurt with them having their best two offensive players out there. What do you think about this spot, Ronald?
No, yeah, I get it. I don't like the fact that the Cavs are going to be out without LeVert and Garland. But, to be honest, it actually gives them some sort of value here. The Cavs should be able to dominate defensively and in the post because, LeVert and Garland, they're the guards, but you got Rondo and Okoro who are serviceable defensive players, right? And the Cavs have been a strong under team all season long, pretty much, and they're 18-9-1 to the under against teams with a losing record. And obviously, like we mentioned with LeVert and Garland missing, that's a lot of offense that they're missing. And the Cavs play with one of the slower paces in the league too. On the Pistons side, they're 10-4 to the under as home dogs in conference games, and it's mainly due to the lack of offense. They're 29th in offensive rating so far this season, heading into the break. And combine that with the fact, the slow pace that the Cavs play, I think they're 28th or something in pace. That makes me lean towards the under here, and I also still lean towards the Cavs here. I think we did get some value with the line going down without Garland and LeVert.
Yeah, that's a damn good point there. And it's crazy because just think that, I'm not going to say I didn't care about this game, but it's just not something I put my money on. Since we're talking now, I'm like, you know what? I think the under is a damn good look in this game, man. So that's just me talking about, obviously, because the Cavs are still going to bring some defense, right, Ronald? They're going to bring that defense, just what they do. And we talked about it. They had got upset by the Pistons. That was January 30th. So, like I say, not too long ago, basically like a month ago, they were 7.5-point dogs at the house, beat them 115-105. And when I watched that game, the Pistons came to play defensively in that game. They really actually muscled the Cavs that time around. So they shown that they can play defense against this team. We talked about it. No LeVert, no Garland. I'd be looking towards the under here. I still think that the Cavs will do it with their defense, and the Pistons may come out here with some defense as well. And it's post All-Star break, right? These teams have been off for 7 days. Could see a lot of these jump shooting teams, man. I don't think that they'll be necessarily in good form right here coming out of the gate, guys. So I could definitely see an under in this game. Maybe Pistons team total under, but I don't want to lay the points with the Cavs here with them missing two of their best offensive players. But with Mobley and Allen, they could still get it done if they come in here motivated with revenge. A heavy lean to the under in this game, guys. If I was making and that's a good point as well. Off Grid Sports, Lauri Markkanen is back today as well, so they do get back one of their twin towers. They can still do that. Markkanen, Mobley, Allen. It's pretty tough to score on those guys. Wham in the chat. What's up, my brother? We trying to get some cash, Wham. You know what it is. But yeah, lean to the under in that game. I can still see the Cavs getting done, staying away. Let's go over here to the streets of Brooklyn, Ronald. Cash big, man, with the Celtics. We had a trifecta spot. They smacked these guys up by 30, man. I was seeing people on the Nets that day. I was like, I don't know, man. I think they're going to lose this game by 30, and they lost by 35 points. Now here, I do believe that this isn't the same situation, right, Ronald? Last time, the team was absolutely decimated. Now they're somewhat of a new team. They actually have a center in Drummond. They got Curry some more scoring points. Still got guys like Patty Mills, Cam Thomas, and it looks like KD is around the team. He's close to coming back. He's telling them, look, guys, we can't get too far off because I'm still trying to get a top 4 seed in the East. Y'all got to stop messing around. It looks like they're coming to play again, right? I'm still not a fan of the coach, but what I'm saying is I'm not laying the 9 with the Celtics here. Even if they do cash, I don't think it'll be as easy as it was the last time. And you can say the Nets have revenge from getting smacked up in that game. So I do think we'll see a better effort from the Nets in this one. Ronald, what you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the second half of the season after the All-Star break, the playoff run to get pretty tight, and especially on the Eastern Conference right now, it's so wide open. Celtics are 5th in the East, and the Nets are 8th, but they're only 7 games back from the top spot. So from 1 to 8, anything can happen, really. So this is really a key game for both teams. Celtics did win the last matchup, like you said, by 30 something points, and the Nets, they're 0-2 against the spread when avenging a 20-point or more loss this season. But with the new guys that they have, they do bring them more of a defensive piece to that game that they were missing at that time. And the Celtics, I mean, they're actually one of the top defensive teams in the league, number 1 since January 1st in defensive rating. They're also 28th in pace since then too, 10-4 against the spread as road favorites this season, and including 8-2 if it's a conference game. So Celtics, they take these conference games pretty strongly. And I did like the Celtics a lot when it was, I think it was like -4.5, -5 when it opened, but we lost a lot of value at -9. So like you, I don't think I could put that money on the Celtics at this number. But I do like the under here with both teams playing solid defense lately.
Yeah, this line opened up at 4, guys. It said 9. I don't know if you could tell, but lines were out like 3 days ago. You see what I'm saying? They had already had these lines preset. If you like the Celtics, why are you betting this game today? It's simple. You know that all the money's going to come on it. I'll be surprised. I'm a little surprised that it's come as high as 9. This is not the same situation as the last game. And what do you think about this, Ronald? Some of these teams, they were very hot. You see what I'm saying? Then you had a week off. That's cool. Whether you wanted to or not, when you want the vacation or not, you're not in your rhythm anymore. You're having to get back, capture that rhythm again. So I'm not laying 9 points with the Celtics. They could still get it done. They are still better than the Nets team, but laying 9 like it's the same situation in the last game where I was all over the Celtics. It's not the same. And you're actually seeing the Nets come to play now. Call me crazy, but I actually lean to the Nets here plus the 9. I think they lose this game, but keep it within 4 or 5 points. We'll see what happens in this one. I know the Celtics fairly well. Me personally, I'm not laying the 9 with them. Lean the Nets plus a 9, but I'm not betting this game. Let's go over here to the streets of Chicago, Ronald. Right, you got the Bulls absolutely balling. Another team, they were red hot right before the break. Not absolutely sure that they wanted that to come at that time. They do get Levine back. What I'm seeing, he didn't necessarily look the same. He just got his knee drained, guys. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I don't necessarily think that he should be coming back this soon. But hey, they could do what they want with their body. The Bulls are ballers right now, especially at the house, Ronald. It's tough to go against them. You think the Hawks can bring some defense and win this game or stay close?
Yeah, no, I don't think they could bring defense into this game because I mean Collins is a game time decision, but I think he's likely going to be out. And the Hawks are actually a better offensive team without him in the lineup, but their defense suffers a ton. I think it's like a 10-point gap in their defensive rating when he's on and off the court. Trend wise, the Hawks are 2-5 against the spread and 5-2 to the over when avenging a double-digit loss. The Bulls did beat them earlier this season by 14 points. The Bulls, they're going to be without Caruso and Ball, and that's their 2 guys that they lean on defensively. But Levine and DeRozan, like you mentioned, man, they're playing lights out offensively. And when the books expect the Bulls to score, they do just that, especially against teams with a losing record. They're 8-2 against the spread and 8-2 to the over against teams with a losing record. And when the total is greater than 220, so these high totals, they're not scared of these high totals. They just keep scoring. They averaged I think it's 224.5 and allow an average of close to 116 points per game in those types of situations. So that's 240 right there. 240 points when the total is over 220. So I lean towards the Bulls and over in this one, but more towards the over than the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm with this. Is a tough game for me, guys. I'm not in a hurry to bet against the Bulls right now. I'll tell you this: the Hawks, they do have double revenge in this game. But I believe they've lost both meetings already to the Bulls this year. So, me personally, like I said, I don't want to. Everybody in the chat loves the Bulls. I understand, and especially when a team's been making you money, you don't hop off of it, right? So you still have plenty of Bulls money in your pocket. I don't want to talk anyone off the play. I didn't bet this game. I was leaning towards the Hawks, though. Obviously, John Collins is out for this game. They are somewhat of a different team without him getting all those easy buckets inside the paint. But I mean, I think that they could possibly match up well here with the Bulls. You put Hunter on DeRozan, right? It's simple. When you face the Bulls, you need a DeRozan stopper. I'm not saying that DeAndre Hunter will stop him, but he's a damn good defensive guy. Now, Levine, he would have to beat himself. Like I say, just come off drained knee. He may not be 100% here. They got guys like Capelica could go head to head with Vucevic out there. You see what I'm saying? So it'd be if they had Collins, I'll be honest, I'd be on the Hawks here with the double revenge. I understand everybody liking the Bulls here. It's not a game that I bet. I saw that DeRozan, they're going for something, right? Even with missing Caruso and Ball, these Bulls teams are ballers. But I do think matchup-wise, the Hawks have some guys that they can throw at DeRozan. I think they have somewhat of an advantage with Capella down there with the boards. If Trae Young gets hot, me personally, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the Hawks win this game. It's kind of crazy because there's not many favorites I even like today, man. But coming out this break, I'm leaning towards taking the points, man. That's just me. You guys do what you want, man. Everybody, hey, I hope you guys been cashing in the chat. Stuff to go against the Bulls. Me personally, I do lean to the Hawks, though. I'll be honest with you. Not a game I bet. Let's go over here to the streets of Oklahoma, OKC, the boring streets, I always say. Some people like boring, though. You dig what I'm saying? But we got the Thunder here catching 10. Still no Dort, but they do get SGA back here. What you liking in this game? You told me you like some here.
Yeah, I do. I like the team total on the Thunder under. Suns are going to be without Chris Paul. They're going to have to make adjustments offensively, and it might take some time to get their flow going. Trend wise, Suns are 8-3 to the under as road favorites in conference games this season. The Thunder, obviously, they're going to have SGA back, but going to be missing Lou Dort. SGA was out for a long period, so he's gonna be a little rusty, I think, in my opinion. And regardless of how they play offensively, they've actually been playing a lot of solid defense heading into the break. They're actually second in the league in defensive rating the last 10 games, but also dead last in offensive rating. And that's exactly what you want to see in an under type game. The Thunder are also 6-0 to the under when they're double-digit dogs and the totals 214 or greater. They average just under 94 points per game and allow over 105 points per game in those spots. So you can see, I mean, in a 6-game sample size in that situation, 94 points, you're getting a lot of value in the team total under there. So the reason why I don't go the whole game under is just because you never know when Booker's going to go off. And I'll lean towards the under for the team total just because of that. I really don't think SGA is going to come in hot like some folks think he's going to do. So to me, the defense on the Sun side is going to keep them under the team total.
Yeah, and like my guy Mitchell in the chat said, you can't spell thunder without the under. You dig what I'm saying? I do think 219 is a little bit high. It's crazy because over the last 5 games before the break, the Suns were the number 1 pace team. But like you say, how are they going to look without Chris Paul? They don't even have campaigns. So they got Aaron Holiday. They have Elfrid Payton over there. But those are shell of point guards than campaign and Chris Paul, in my opinion. So this is a wait and see game for me. I'll be honest. I do believe this is. I'm surprised that they're giving 10 points here without Chris Paul, right? Like we hadn't. That's the thing. Since he's been over there, he hadn't missed a ton of games with Phoenix over there. So we don't necessarily have a large sample size of the Suns without Chris Paul. I'm not laying 10 on the road without him first game out of the All-Star break where we could see anything happen, right? Especially with some of these dogs. So this is a tough game. I'd like to say I lean Thunder plus a 10. Obviously, they could still get smashed. I'd like for them to have Lou Dort in there, right? I'd love for them to have Dort and be even catching 9, and I might be looking towards betting them because you need a Booker stopper. The Thunder's defense isn't too strong right now, and the Suns could suffocate them if they wanted to, right? That's how the Suns are going to win now, likely with defense. So I like that Thunder under look from you. Thunder team total under, right? Yep. I like that. I think that's the play in this game. What did you get that at, Ronald?
I haven't played it yet. I'm still looking at that number because the number's been going up. So we're actually getting a better number. I don't know how much more it's going to go up at this point. So I mean, after this show, it's probably going to be a time when we look at that.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm standing off this game, man. I lean to that Thunder team total under with you, my guy. I do see the full game possibly going under as well. What do the Suns want to do? They want to do it with defense, and their flow will probably change without Chris Paul out there, man. So we'd like to see what happens in that game. Maybe a live bet type of game there, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Minnesota here, Ronald. We got the Grizzlies here versus the Wolves. I can tell you the whole world couldn't wait till the Grizzlies play again, man. I've been seeing people in chat saying, hey, do the Grizzlies play today? And they've been cashing, right? They're the hardest playing team in the league. Yeah. I'm not betting against them, I can tell you that. I do think that the Wolves can match up well with them, but they hadn't been playing enough defense for me to take them against the Grizzlies. So it's a tough game for me. I was pretty surprised to see this line come down from 2.5 to 1.5 with all of the money, all the public on the Grizzlies here. So somebody's liking the Timberwolves. It's a tough game for me, man. I could honestly see it going either way, but I may not bet against the Grizzlies for the rest of the season. I do think the Wolves have a bye though as well, but they got to get back to playing defense. That was winning them a bunch of games, Ronald.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Obviously, this is going to be one of the fun ones to watch tonight. With both of the teams are high paced, high offensive efficiency type teams, and the trends agree. The Wolves are 20-9 to the over this season when facing a team with a winning record. They're also 7-0 to the over when the total is 235 or greater this season. So these high totals, they're still putting overs on these high totals, and those games are averaging over 254 total combined points scored in that seven game sample size. So in Wolves games, just like when points are expected to be scored, that's exactly what happens. And on the Grizzlies side, they're 9-4 to the over as road favorites, and also 12-6-2 to the over following a previous matchup win. I think looking at form heading into the All-Star break, both teams were in the top 5 in offensive rating and pace the last 10 games heading into that break. So I think the current form, and just overall how they've been playing, I think I still like the over here, even with the high total.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And I think they're correlated as well. If this is an over type of game, then it's probably a Wolves type of game. If it's an under, because the Grizzlies play a lot better defense, this team just plays hard every single possession. I'm talking about deflections, offensive rebound, second chance. This team there's some ballers, man. I can tell you that right now, and they can overcome any bad spot. I'm talking about fourth game and 5 night. It doesn't matter. The Grizzlies just play so much harder. So if the Timberwolves, they better get to playing some defense here, man, or the Grizzlies gonna blow their ass out. So it's a tough game for me. Because like I said, matchup-wise, schematically, as far as just the players, the Wolves can match up with the Grizzlies, guys. I'll let you know. They can match up with them. But you have to get back to playing defense. Beverly, Vanderbilt, even Karl Anthony Towns, guys like Naz Reid were playing really good defense. Then it shifted to where they knew they were good offensively. They just tried to beat teams with their offense. You can't do that, man. You still beat them with your offense, but still come to play defensively as well. So I'm staying away from the Wolves right now until I see these guys playing some defense, man. Some great defense as well. Let's go over here to the streets of Portland, man. We got another game. This line was out. This game was out for a couple of days. You see what I'm saying? So you could have got the Warriors at 7.5. It's up to 10 now, right? We saw the Nurkic news come out whether he's been playing a little bit too well for them and they're tanking. That's a whole nother conversation. But still got Anthony Simons balling. They do have Hart over there now as well. But what do you think, Ronald? Do we feel comfortable with laying the 10 points with the Warriors here on the road? First game out the All-Star break. Steph showed out. He showed he was back in the All-Star game. Do they cover this game by double digits, my guy?
Man, it's tough because, like you mentioned, man, we had a better line earlier, a couple of days ago, and the Warriors are still going to be without Iguodala, Draymond, and Wiseman. Right. Blazers, they have a laundry list of injuries they're dealing with, but they're coming into this one surprisingly on a 4-game win streak. But Nurkic, him being out is huge for them because he's a low post guy. He was, I think, after the trade deadline, he was like 25 and like 10 every day at least. And I think him missing is the reason why the line moved so much from the opening number. I think the Blazers, they're just too thin right now to compete against teams like the Warriors, especially with Curry coming off a huge All-Star game. I think he could bring that momentum into this second half. I don't think they were happy with how they finished that first half. So I think that's going to be a huge boost for them coming into this second half. And I think this is one of those games where you get in and out real quick because we already missed the whole game value on the line. So maybe a first quarter or first half look on the Warriors is the best way to go.
Gotcha. Yeah, somebody talking about two people in the chat talking about too much Casamigos for Ja Morant this weekend, man. Y'all let me know if y'all got some inside info, because somebody does. With that line coming down from 2.5 to 1.5, even shaded, like I follow the sharpest books. I seen that shit at 1.5. I'm trying to find everything to see if there was a player out for Memphis. So let's see what happens. But damn good points with this game, Ronald. Obviously, the Warriors still without their best defender, Draymond Green. They are a different team without him. Me personally, I'm thinking out of the break, the Warriors are going to come out hot. My problem is they've beaten the Blazers already 3 times this year. So you get that triple revenge. Sometimes teams are just better than you. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, the Warriors are the better team. Do I want to lay 10, though, double digits on the road coming out of the All-Star break? I don't, but I can't say I do still lean the Warriors here. In theory, this should be a smack city spot. They come out pissed off from how they were looking right before the break. The Warriors should assert themselves. Wiggins and the guys lay the defense down. You don't have really many guys offensively that can beat you on Portland. So as long as the Warriors bring the defense here, clamp down, they should smack these guys by 20. I'm not going to say easy, but they should smack these guys up. The Blazers were playing really well right before the break, but you got to remember, no Nurkic now throws a huge wrench in it. They already didn't have a lot of size. Now they don't have a center at all, guys. So should be a ton of easy baskets for the Warriors inside. I do like them, but I'm not giving them out at -10 when you kind of got it at -7, -7.5 the other day. You dig what I'm saying? You got to get on the better of these lines. I know we're talking about the games today, but these lines have been out, man. If you like the Warriors, you should have been and got on it. So let's see what happens. I still lean Warriors -10. Last game up, man. We got the Nuggets versus the Kings, man. We're talking about jump shooting teams coming off this break. What do we have? Jokic, little big, little fat and happy. When you've been eating too long over the break, man. I like the Kings tonight, putting the crown on. People think I'm crazy saying the Kings are going to be a buy on in the second half of the season. They didn't cover the last couple games. Should have covered that one versus the Bulls. I like the way this team's mentality. I'm watching the practice interviews. They're saying this is a new team. We got a breath of fresh air. Got like 5 new guys over here. Everyone likes each other. De'Aaron Fox, he's starting to play defense now. They're starting to buy in. Give me the Kings here, home dog, going against a jump shooting team, right? The Nuggets like to get majority of their points from the 3-point line or shooting jumpers. I don't think it'll be there. And the Nuggets are you want to fade them in the first game of these home and home back-to-backs or whatever when they play in the same team twice or in back-to-back games. The Nuggets are a type of team they have to get smacked in the mouth first, right? They'll come out there lackadaisical. They have to get smacked first. Then you want to take the Nuggets in the next game, right? This is the first game of back-to-back. They play again on Saturday. You got the Kings 5-1 against the spread. Last 6 is home underdog. 23-6 last 29 games coming off 3 or more days rest. The Nuggets, they're 1-3-1 against the spread last 5 road games. 3-9 against the spread last 12 games with 3 or more days rest. Those are key coming off this All-Star break. And they're also 0-3 against the spread this year, playing the first game of that home and home. They're going to be 0-4 today. I think the Kings going to win this game outright. I'm taking them +4.5. Sprinkle on the money line. The Kings, Sacramento proud. You dig what I'm saying? Ronald, talk me off.
Yeah, obviously the Nuggets won 5 of the last 6 heading into that All-Star break, including wins over the Raptors and Warriors on the road. So they got a little bit of momentum on their side. But to me, the Sabonis and Fox combo has looked pretty solid, since the trade happened. And they could possibly surprise the folks in the second half because they're only 3.5 games behind the play-in spot. So they're not even that far back to actually making the playoffs. So it's really too early to tell if they're just giving up on the season or not. To me, I think the line and total, they're pretty tight, in my opinion. It seems like they're pretty spot on. Both teams have a history of being over teams this season, but the Kings roster makeup is totally different now. And the Nuggets, they don't typically see totals over 230. So to me, I'm going to stay away from the side I would probably lean with you on the Kings here. You're making a lot of sense with all the stuff that you just mentioned. So for me, I'm gonna stay away from the total, but I'm gonna take a solid look at the Kings after this.
Yeah, I like the King. Ronald, what do we do? Last Thursday, right? We took an ugly pick. The shit cashed. What were you saying? I think I'm gonna ride with you, man. I had these same glasses on. We're about to cash today. The Kings about to win this game. You know what? Don't be surprised if the Kings blow these motherfuckers out tonight. I'm talking about 15 to 20 point win. No lie. I see the Kings coming out here hot. They're the exact opposite of the Nuggets, right? So obviously the Nuggets came out hot. They were hot, right? I think they will be out of form. This is a game on the road, late night, sleepy type of spot. You know what's going to happen? The Kings going to – it's not guaranteed, but I do like it. I think the Kings win tonight, then they get smacked up in Denver the next game on Saturday. The Nuggets need to get smacked first in the mouth. Then they come out the next game. Okay, look, let's play. Let's play some defense. Let's Jokic, you know what I'm saying? But this game, I see them coming out very lackadaisical. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the Kings catch a trifecta spot here. So I'm taking Kings full game plus 4.5, sprinkling on that money line as well. Boy, plus 160. I like it, man. I like it. I see a new Kings team, and they're going to try and make a push to do something as well. These last 22 games, that's all they're talking about in the practice interviews. And they didn't get a bunch of practice. They come off 2 straight days of practice. They need it, man. Give me the Kings here. Top player today, Ronald. Let's get to some free picks. Let people know. So all the handicappers that come on here, guys, we'll have a 3 days $19 package for them. That's the new deal, not the promo code J1 anymore. 3 days, $19 if you want to get Ronald's plays over there at Sports Memo, Ronald. Let them know how you've been doing over there at Sports Memo and what you like today, my brother.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, 17-7-1 run combined in the NBA and college basketball. So kind of I'm seeing the board pretty well right now. As far as the top play today, I think I'm going to go with the Grizzlies and Wolves over. This is actually a premium play for me. My subscribers are getting this one, so I'm giving that one out today for free. I really like this spot here. Both teams are really healthy, and both teams are playing a high pace, high efficiency offense heading into the break. So to me, that's the best play I'm going to give out today.
Gotcha. Let's cash, man. And I love when people come in the chat as well, Ronald, like, nah, that's just not going to cash. You're hating. I appreciate it. I hope you lose your money. Hey, anything can happen, guys, but you come here hating. I put them in timeout. Get your ass in timeout for 5 minutes. Go put your nose in the corner, man. I don't give a damn if you don't like to play. You bet what you want, man. I bet with my money. You bet with yours. No, in all honesty, though, Nuggets guaranteed. I'm taking the Kings. If you like the Nuggets, hey, I got to.
He said he's on timeout.
Hey, I put him in timeout, man. Go put your nose in the corner, man. Kings plus 4.5, top play. I'm sprinkling on the money line, man. I like it. I'm taking dogs. I want to take dogs. I want to take home dogs coming off this break, man. Coming off this layoff. Give me the Kings here plus the 4.5. Heavy lean to the Warriors. The line has went up. I lean to that Thunder game under and Thunder team total under. Grizzlies and Wolves, I can see it going either way. I do lean to the Nets, man. Everybody's on the Celtics here. This is a different situation this time around. I lean to the Nets there plus the 9.5. Plus the 9. And then Hawks, Bulls, I can see Bulls getting it done, but I do lean the Hawks, though. Me personally, they put Hunter on DeRozan, keep him to around 20-25. It's a winnable game for the Hawks, man. So we'll see what happens. But Kings plus 4.5, top player day. I appreciate you coming on with me, Ronald. Go and follow me on Twitter at @U_Capper. You can follow me as well at JMoneyIsMoney. We back live at 5 o'clock Eastern with my boy Shark, my brother. We will get some cash today. Let's get some cash, my guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we out. You come out of timeout now.